such a long time since 5th grade.
It's me. I didn't recognize you either, Billy. In 5th grade, you were such a...
Roly-poly pudge. Say it, it's okay. I grew out of it. But you, Seth, how you've grown up and out. You were such an elfin.
I was a mouse. Look at me now. I grew into this.
Yes, you were skinny. Kind of like, and quick, kind of like a
Spider.
Oh.
And yes, that's what you called me in 5th grade, Spider. Please, sit down, Billy. I'm so glad you're having lunch with me.
I know your mom isn't doing well. I tried to visit. Your photo's such a surprise.
Mom's doing reasonably well, thanks. But I've decided it's time for her to move in with me downstate. That's why I'm here, organized. How's life treating you, Bill?
I'm good. The kids are doing well. Jamie married in town, so I have grandchildren nearby. I miss Sam. And you?
I never married, Billy. I guess you knew that from Mom. I regret never having had grandchildren like you, but I've had great friends. The soup looks good.
I'm glad for you, Seth. Yes, I think I'll have the soup too.
Great. We'll get into the soup together again.
Oh.
It's Valentine's Day. Do you remember our last Valentine's Day together?
Seth, do you still remember that day?
I'll never forget it. 5th grade Valentine's Day. My first kiss, how did I ever forget that?
You liked it? I thought you were stunned. You hardly spoke to me again all year. In fact, you avoided me until your dad took you south with him in the spring.
It wasn't you, Billy, nor the kids. Things were tough at home. My parents' divorce was very scary. I avoided everyone, don't you remember?
Not the boys. You didn't avoid the boys.
No, not the boys. And you stopped playing football with us.
5th grade was kind of scary for me, too. It was mortifying.
Well, you were the indomitable football lineman. You could crash through and crush the enemy.
And I prayed all the time to be picked for the ferry in the spring tableau. I was sick of being cast as the north wind. I wanted to be a fairy with little gauze and wings.
Did you get your wish?
Yes, I was a huge 110-pound unhappy fairy. That unhappy cloakroom kiss and the fairy business made me determined to lose weight. Did you ever learn from your mom that I grew up quite lovely, became the junior prom queen?
I'm not surprised to hear that. I always thought you were lovely. Could we talk about that Valentine's Day, 5th grade? There's something I've always wanted to tell you.
What do you remember? Of course, I'll never forget the kiss.
No, the whole day, all that happened before the kiss. Do you remember our 5th grade teacher, Miss Wickwire?
I'll never forget her reciting that poem she loved. Irish, I think. Would that we were, my beloved, white birds on the foam of the sea. And I remember Felicity, her canary. You called her bad luck.
Yes, because she was always flying free and dumping on us. I had my arm over my head all the time and she was loose.
I do remember. Felicity was loose that Valentine's Day. The lid was off the Valentine flash.
Plop, slip, all over the envelopes and cards.
Miss W. carried the box to her desk, tore off all the envelopes, threw them away, and any dirty cards into the circular file.
Into the circular file. Did we protest?
Of course! I think it was you, made a dive for the wastebasket. You didn't quite make it.
It was my mom and 3 other ladies. They came in with all the cookies and cupcakes.
The lemonade and cherries. I love maraschino cherries.
I stopped dead on my knees. I never wanted to upset my mom. Do you remember what happened next?
Of course. Wickwire counted the cards, distributed them evenly. 4 or 5 to each of us.
Even John Gleason, who had addressed 20 cards to himself, got just 4. And how he blushed when Amanda kept yelling thank you to him for a card he'd actually addressed to himself. He turned so red, John did.
Then you and I started giggling and got sent to the cloakroom. And I kissed you right on the mouth.
What a surprise. I was such a quiet kid.
Did you hate me after that?
No, I admired you. You're no holds barred. You taught me to reach out for what I wanted, to do it with a full heart. What happened to John?
No, he married Geneva and moved to Wellington. He worked in the plant there. He died of lung cancer.
The plant?
Who can prove that? They had 3 kids, grandkids too.
I'm sorry to hear John's gone. I hope to see him.
Did you know I beat John up that spring? Maybe it was actually left with your dad.
No, but I'm not surprised. You were such a force on the football field. Battleship Billy, we called you.
One day in the spring, I tried wearing a dress. John teased me. He said he could see my underpants. You know, I see Germany, I see France, I see Billy's underpants. Just one day in a dress, and he's teasing me. I knew it wasn't ladylike, but I beat him up good.
Poor guy.
I had a crush on him, Seth. Such a terrible crush. And when Geneva got one of your Valentine cards, I nearly died.
I only sent one card, and it wasn't to Geneva.
With all the Felicity mess, Geneva could pretend you had sent it to her. I would have pretended if I had received it. You only sent one card? Was it to yourself?
No.
Was it to me?
No.
Who had your heart in 5th grade, Seth?
John.
John.
John was my best friend. He was timid, Bill, a loner like me. Poor guy sent 20 cards to himself.
When he came out, he got teased mercilessly for the rest of the year.
I really loved the guy. He was such a tangle like me.
I loved you, Seth. Well, I had a crush on you. And then you moved away with your dad. Are you happy? Is life good?
Yes. I like my work as a defense attorney. I have a good life. My mom will be comfortable with me. Safe.
Thank you for the soup, Seth. You're a good man. You always were. I hope you bring your mom back for a visit next summer. You both can stay with me.
Thank you, Billy. That's very kind. We may just do that.
Don't be a stranger.